So if I was in a situation, I might say, oh yeah, I spoke to Olivia, and they want to come up, and I'm telling that person knows immediately call 911 if I mention the grandchild name Olivia in any conversation, right? Like that. So it's just setting little things up that can help to keep a family safe. They say it take a village. It really does take a village, right? Not just law enforcement. It takes that neighbor. It takes that loved one. It takes that close friend. It really takes a village to get the information out there, to share it, so that everybody knows you're not alone in this process. Tomorrow is Go Purple Day. So if you're out, if you're going out, you're doing anything, just put on something purple. It's just to say I'm with you. You're gonna have every precinct and citywide will be out doing some outreach somewhere. We'll even be out in Manhattan doing outreach for Go Purple Day, and we usually wear our purple ties so that when people are walking, because sometimes you get victims come up to a table where you have a display. You don't know that they're a victim, but then you start to find out something's going on because of the type of questions that they ask. So Go Purple Day is just a day where you kind of say, I relate to you. We know that empathy and sympathy are two different things. So when dealing with victims of domestic violence, we try to stay in the empathy folder, because at the end of the day, I may not be dealing with your situation, but I can relate to something. Maybe I know a friend, maybe I know a family member that went through it. So it's just about getting the word out, sharing information. No question is a dumb question. Even if you feel like, oh, I should know that, no. Ask. Clarity is the key to, right, getting the help that you need. Even if you're getting clarity for someone else, right? You might even be sitting here and say, I know somebody that needs to be hearing about the resources that are available, about what the police officers in the command can help them with, about that their CVAP officers actually working in the command with the officers. You might know somebody. Share that information. Give them that information. Take some brochures, some information. She talked about the wheel of violence. Violence can be silent. It doesn't have to be that bruise, right? If someone smacks me and I look in the mirror, I'm going to see that bruise. So every time I look in the mirror, I'm going to be reminded. But what's going to happen? Eventually that bruise is going to go away, right? And when I look in the mirror, I'm going to not be so reminded of what happened to me. And I might start to move on and go, all right, that's behind us. Let me move on. But mental, emotional, psychological situations that play with a person's mind, their worth, making you feel less than, those are the hardest things to come out of. Those are the silent areas of violence that nobody can see, nobody knows unless you say something. If you have a friend or loved one and you see they're always cheery, they're happy, and all of a sudden something about them starts to change, pay a little more attention. It could just be maybe they need some encouragement. Could be that they're going through something. They don't know how to say what they're going through, right? It's all about communication. But just knowing that every command has a DV unit. Every command and every housing precinct has a domestic violence unit available with officers to assist them and CVAP advocates in there to help. So the help is out there. It's just a matter of letting everybody know that the help is out there and asking for the help, because I tell you, I sometimes do classes, and at the end of the class, I have like a whole, it's just crazy. You never know the person sitting next to you, what they can actually be dealing with. And it's a very sensitive topic. And then I tell you this, don't let what you've been through or even what you're going through define who you are, right? Don't let nobody tell you you're less than and you can't come out of that situation or be better than what your situation is, because you can, right? So it's just a matter of us working together in that village that we're in your communities, in your family, working together to let everybody know there is help out there. You don't have to live in your present situation. There's hope, and I'll walk with you. I'll encourage you. I'll support you through the process. Process may not be easy, right? Because when people are leaving or thinking about leaving or making changes, they might not even be thinking about themselves. They may be thinking about the kids. They may be thinking about the house. They may be thinking about the living situation. They may be thinking about the finances. It's so many things, so many other things that get added into the pool, and somewhere that victims get lost in there, right? And sometimes that could be the reason that they say, forget it. I'll just figure it out, right? So I'll be here if anybody wants to talk, has questions. Please come and ask. Yes.